So, what was your first drama production at Galt?
It was Evil Doings at Quintet's Tomb.
That would be, what was it? It was Evil Doings.
Level 1, I was in MASH.
Okay, so how many plays have you done here?
Evil Doings, Candy, Rock Candy Mountain, and last year's. That would be 3, and then this one this year.
I've done 4 so far, and this year's going to be my 5th, because I've done one every level that I've been here.
Well, 3, and 4's the last one.
What's your favorite thing about the play?
Well, for one thing, it gives me something to do. It's pretty much goes for everyone, and it's a lot of fun because we go through a lot of stuff together, the whole cast, and by the end of it, it's all worth it, all the hard work. There's fun times, hard times, and it's a really cool experience.
Well, I love drama to begin with, and in grade 6, I was the star of our little school play, and it just really captivated me. And I don't know, every year I haven't been disappointed with my roles either, and I've always felt like everyone that was in the play, it's kind of like a family. So, yeah.
What does being in the play mean to you?
Being in the play means being outgoing, being able to just sort of reveal yourself to the world. As weird as a phrase that is, it means you got to be able to go with what's going on. You got to be able to roll with the stuff. You got to be flexible.
Putting on a good show, firstly, and having fun while doing it.
Being in drama. Well, for me, it just means acting, creating, being creative, being yourself. For me, being over dramatic or acting or just anything to do with it, costume designs, anything. It means the world to me. When I was little, I used to want a career in it, and now it's kind of like being in a place, kind of like having a career because it's 24/7, and being in class too. It's really fun, but yeah.
I really like being a part of it with meeting new people, because there's so many new, cool, interesting people that just go out, and they're just very outgoing people. So it's nice to be around people who sort of get the kind of stuff I get, that are funny and cool like I am. I want to make more of these.
Could you explain that feeling you get when people laugh or cheer when you're on stage?
Oh God, it's amazing, because you know that you're doing something right. So all that, every month you spent just working hard on getting that joke out there, it finally pays off. It feels so good inside. It feels warm and happy. It's just the happiest feeling.
So you're standing in the spotlight, you say something funny, and then everyone in the crowd just starts to laugh, and you're trying not to laugh yourself, but you smile anyways, because it just makes you so happy, because you're wow, I actually did a really, really good job.
It's probably something like drugs, hard drugs. I don't know.
How do you feel it's going to be a really small cast this year, so it means really competitive auditions? Are you worried at all for that?
No. As a level 5, I've already secured at least a role, if not a main role. So I'm pretty good with that. I'm not too worried.
Yeah, I am, because I've heard it's a really small cast, and I'm fortunately to be one of the people who actually know what it is, and I know that, yeah, yeah, I know. I know that I'm not going to get one of the main characters in it, but I know I'm going to try really, really hard to get one of the highest female roles possible. But I am worried, but I am a level 5, and I've worked hard to be where I am right now, but I'm not. Well, I'm worried on one hand, but at the other hand, I'm not, because I have a lot of experience.
Yeah. Actually, I know what the play is. By virtue of being the most experienced people here, we've pretty much guaranteed roles, big or small.
Because of the play, would you consider yourself a nerd or a geek?
Well, I think as being in the play, being part of drama, most of us are usually geeks, so we're into geeky stuff, but I mean, you know, I mean, every kid has their own thing. They could be kind of nerdy about school or whatever. They could be geeky about like sci-fi and comics or whatever. It just, everybody's got their own thing, and it's such a wide variety of people there.
Yeah, everyone, like family members, people outside the play call us drama nerds because basically every year we dedicate our lives to the play. Like, we come in Saturdays, we do rehearsal after school. Like, sometimes it's like, I don't know, like six times a week that you come in, like on like special occasions, and you work really, really hard. And I do put a lot of effort into it. So people, yeah, a lot of people just call us.
Would you say the play helped you become the person you are now?
Yes, actually. Am I allowed to tell stories?
Yes.
All right. Circa 2012-ish. No, it was 2010, 11. I don't know. I was in level 1. After graduating from elementary school, I was a shy little nerdy boy. I didn't know anyone. I was scared to be in a new world. And so that level 1 year went by. It was actually pretty bad because I didn't know anybody. I had barely any friends, and I was just afraid to be in the school. Level 2 comes up. My class is frightening me more than ever, and I just don't like being there. I joined the play that year because my parents allow me after I show them I'm good at school. And I met so many interesting people. I met Miss Clark. I met a whole bunch of level 5s who've gone and graduated. But I made so many friends, and I got out there, and I felt so good and happy, and I felt like I belonged somewhere, and it felt wonderful, and it changed the way I was. And every year that I kept coming back, it sort of altered my personality a little bit. And now that I'm in level 5, coming into the play, I think I've completely changed how I was. I've made a complete metamorphosis. I crawled in the cocoon, and then I just busted down that door and came out like a kick-ass butterfly.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been 3 years now, and it's taken up a lot of time. So.
Yeah. I found that in level 1, I came into the school really, really shy. I tried out for some sports, and it wasn't really my thing, but when I came into drama, it was like the thing for me. Like, every year I've taken drama, I've tried to take as much drama as possible, and it's made me a lot more confident and outgoing and happy overall. It was a completely different play.
Yeah, like if you had to have any role, like lead, support, background.
I would want the lead. It's always been my thing to have like a really big character, like knowing lots of lines. I know, like every role is important, but like me, since I'm in level 5, like we've all worked so hard at the level 5 to get where we are. I would want a high role. Like, of course, if I got another role, I would be a little bit disappointed, but there's always a purpose for it.
Well, I don't really like leading right up front, but I like comedy roles and angry roles, laid back roles. But I like being just behind the foreground.
If you had to have any role in any play, what would it be?
Any play.
Like lead, support, background, stagehand,
Oh, like preferred
tea kettle
role?
number 2.
Preferred role? Or
Yeah, like what would
yeah.
you like?
Honestly, I love a lead role. That's my goal every year. But I mean, if I can't get a lead role, I'll go for like a supporting role. But after being a stage crew in level 2, I don't really want to go back because it's not a famous career. You don't spend your entire school year being a stage crew because it's not fun. It wouldn't be fun. You want to be out there and you want to be a part of it.
Okay. During the past few plays, do you have any funny stories to tell? And be specific what year and with who, so.
Oh my gosh, I have so many.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
Well, last year, me and Natasha were cleaning out the costume closets, and we're fixing them, and we helped Miss Granny pick out a lot of the costumes, and so we're cleaning them out, and so I went up, and there's a pole that has all the fur coats, and then there's another pole with other costumes, and the top there's boxes. So I went to go get a box, and I put it down, and Natasha gave me one to put back in its spot. but instead I fell between all the costumes under, so no one knew where I went, because it's kind of like you fall but the clothes go back together, so no one knew where I was, and I was trapped, and someone had to like move all the clothes, and I had to like get up, and thankfully like there was like a lot of luggage back there, so I could have gotten hurt, but there was like this big pillow thing where I landed, so I was like really lucky. But everyone's like, the whole practice, everyone's like, oh, so you went to Narnia. It was really funny though. Oh.
Thank you.
No problem.
An older story, but I guess we can. Has anybody shared the baptizing story yet? Yes. All right. So let's go back like 1 year. Last year we were doing. Name?
Hee Haw Hayride.
There we go. Doing Hee Haw Hayride. We were practicing. As the year continued, you know, me, Jeff, Darius, Rob, all the guys pretty much, we were talking about how Jeff was in a weird position being with Melissa, and how it was really awkward that they had to kiss, and it was just a really strange thing, and Melissa was just being really pissy, and we started making fun of her, calling her names. It's not that nice. Kids don't call you people names. It's bullying. But we had a fun time. You know, we were all friends. So we'd call her Spawn of Satan, call her an SS. Not cool. But we'd make fun of her, and as the Spawn of Satan, we thought it would be fitting to have a baptizing ceremony to just sort of like cure her of the demon. So we had set up all this stuff. We had we'd gotten a like little spray paint. I know. We got like a little spray bottle, and we put a cross on it, called it our holy water bottle. We'd actually just fill it with water. And we got a Bible, we got everything, the whole 9 yards. And so I remember we just after like halfway through the practice, we went to lunch, and we just went up to her. Some of the guys just held her down. Others just sprayed her with the holy water. And I remember I was reading the Bible, reading passages just to cure her of the demon. And it was hilarious because she was so mad, and we were just laughing our asses off. And it was, honestly, it was pretty mean. We were pretty mean to her, and I apologize for the stuff we did last year, but it was all a joke. You know, we're all friends. But yeah, that later led to them breaking into the boys' changing room, finding the spray bottle, destroying it, and yeah. Not fun. Hoping that we can bring back another spray bottle, and we'll get revenge for that one. I hope you hear this, Melissa. We're coming for you.
Oh, we already heard the baptized story.
Yeah, there's that one. Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock. That was a good one.
Could you explain?
Well, we got pretty bored, and then we kind of used Sean plus his last name as a dressing puppet. It was good.
Okay, thanks.